money. Telling you the truth about the money, yeah. You wanna shoot for the money? Only if you know the truth, man. Okay. Shit. In the 1940s, money and gold were a couple. Everything did I work well until America start hustling. The other countries start shuffling, demanding back them gold on the double. Now in a 1971, President Nixon made the money and the gold decouple now. Them money no back to buy nothing, when it used to be back to buy gold. But they keep lying to the people, now finally the truth has been told. Like a fiat currencies, no transparency. No Lumi be spending, backed by renewable energy. Lumi, tell you about the Lumi. It's not a fiat, nor a cryptocurrency. It's underwritten by 100 kilowatt hours of solar energy. Shit, convertible to 4 grains of gold. Wait, 0.259 grams. No, 15.96 US equal to 1. So the money no back to buy nothing, but it used to be back to buy gold. But they keep lying to the people. Now finally the truth has been told. Them little no transparency, no Lumi spending. By the way, from the east, man. Africa and not brown. We don't need the US, we don't need the pound.
The most internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistance radio station.
Hey, the money no back to life. Used to be back to
Freshradiovybz. Freshradiovybz. The most internet radio station on planet Earth.
Fresh about the money, You wanna shoot for the money? Only if you know the truth, man. Okay. Shit. In the 1940s, money and gold were a couple. Everything that worked well until America start hustling. The other countries start shuffling, demanding back them gold on the double. Now in a 1971, President Nixon made the money and the gold decouple now. Them money no back to buy nothing, when it used to be back to buy gold. But they keep lying to the people, now finally the truth has been told. Them make a fiat currencies, no transparency. No Lumi be spending, backed by renewable energy. Lumi, tell you about the Lumi. It's not a fiat, nor a cryptocurrency. It's underwritten by 100 kilowatt hours of solar energy. Shit, convertible to 4 grains of gold. Wait, 0.2592 grams. No, 15.96 US equal to 1. So the money no back to buy nothing, but it used to be back to buy gold. But they keep lying to the people. No finance been told. Them little fiat currencies, no transparency. No Lumi be spending, backed by renewable energy. Shit, I was chosen to shine the light bright on the chosen ones. Yeah, I ain't from the west, from the south, and from the east, man. Africa and not brown. We don't need no US. We don't need no pound. Children with dollars, put diamonds on the crown. I don't give a damn who on the throne, cause I'm not small, I'm fully grown. Hey, the money no back to buy nothing, when it used to be back to buy gold. But they keep lying to the people, now finally the truth has been told. Them little fiat currencies, no transparency. No Lumi be spending, backed by renewable energy. Them money no back to buy nothing, used to be back to buy gold. They keep lying to the people, but finally the truth has been told.
We know our history.
Them little fiat currencies, no transparency. No Lumi was spending, Lumi.
Freshradiovybz and NSMGTNT in association with the State of African Diaspora presents Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hosted by Janet Lovely, International Business Development Officer and a representative for the Lumi via Canada. Learn how the Lumi matters in business, barter exchange, travel investment, saving accountability. Listen to the insiders about Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. only on Freshradiovybz. Listen now and stay connected. Lumi matters. Lumi matters. All hail the International Grand Rising Show. Monday to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. News, music, live interviews, covering the global issues of the Maroons. Promotional packages available now. Freshradiovybz, broadcasting locally and internationally. Your number one online radio station, streaming on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and Google, YouTube. Listen radio at its best. Call and join us now at 260-209-8730 and rise. Freshradiovybz, the official radio station for the Maroon Nation. Drop us an email at godites@gmail.com. That is GADIETHZ@gmail.com. The International Grand Rising Show. We shall avail. We shall avail. We shall avail.
They always let the people we were from. And the big guys let the people down. Try to blame it on the dance and the artists and the sound. The big guys let the people down.
Study to show yourself approved. You know what I mean? You want the truth? Make sure you can handle the truth. Shoot about the money. Telling you the truth about the money. Yeah. You want to shoot for the money? Only if you know the truth, man. Okay. Shit. In the 1940s, money and gold were a couple. Everything did I work well until America start hustling. The other countries start shuffling, demanding back them gold on the double. Now in a 1971, President Nixon made the money and the gold decouple now. Them money no back to buy nothing, when it used to be back to buy gold. But they keep lying to the people. Now finally the truth has been told. They make a fiat currencies, no transparency. No Lumi we spending, backed by renewable energy. Lumi, tell you about the Lumi.
All
it's
about
not
the
a fiat,
Lumi.
not a cryptocurrency.
Not a
It's gonna
cryptocurrency.
require 100 kilowatt hours of solar energy.
Wow.
Convertible to 4 grains of gold.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising.
592 grams. No, 15.96 US equal to.
That's the sound of genuine right there. Yes, we are live. We are live right now. Lumi matters. Lumi matters.
No transparency.
It's official. It's official. Energy.
I was chosen.
Fire.
The chosen ones.
Gonna burn a one fire. We're gonna burn a one fire tonight.
Africa and not wrong. Me no need no US, me no need no pound.
Big up the man with them strength in the building. Yes, I. When me Lumi there, when me Lumi there.
I'm for the ground. Hey, the money no back to buy nothing.
That money no back to buy gold.
But they keep lying to the people. Finally the truth has been told. Like a fiat currencies. No transparency.
No, I Lumi me spending.
Backed by renewable.
When them say, me I loop, me I loop.
You want to backed by gold. They keep lying to the
Take it out for me, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for that round of applause. I think that they're saying this show is rated, I think is it number 1 in the arena of listening. We don't want to beat it too much, but once again, we're gathered there to talk about Lumi matters. Is there a bug inside this whole settings? You know, sometimes you will feel that sort of in your ear hole, but once again, you know, Lumi matters after last week's show. It has gone viral, and I want to say thanks to each and everyone who is subscribing to the channel because the channel is growing. Lumi Matters is the only show on planet Earth right now that is airing on a Wednesday. Yes, let me just say, big up to the Galactians out there that is very much blessing us on a day-to-day basis. We're going to join none other than Janet, who every single week she come around here and she spread the good joy of Lumi Matters. We will also be touching base with a few people. One in particular goes by the name of Strength. That name, he says that guys, I need to get my Lumi, and he was very much, not to say jealous of me having these few dollars in my hand, but he was very much uneasy that I am pushing this as hard as how I am endorsing it. On the other hand of endorsing, let me take my hat off to none other than Chief Samako, yes, aka our brother Timmy, yes, aka Timothy McPherson from the McPherson clan. We've gotten the certificate, and we're going to look into that itself as to what it means. There's a lot of things that's going on. You know that last week Richard Curry was crowned kings. I don't know if it was Kings of Kings, but he was crowned at a coronation with a wedding procession immediately in the community. We're going to have a bit of insight. Tonight we may go over a bit, but not for long. But of course, the certificate of appointment, whereby we, as in plural, hereby present this appointment to King Timothy Elisha McPherson. We're going to dig into that to see that we have royalty in our midst. Talking about royalty, let me see if we get Janet on, because I don't know, she said that Gadites, my Lumi has turned up an entire stream of before I get Janet, let me see if I can get Professor Strength on the line. Professor Strength, I was speaking to him earlier, and he did entertain the thought of being on board to chat about the Lumi. It seems as if his office a bit busy. Let's return from that and then go over to Janet, who she for one will have to be there. Janet, if you're listening to us right now, you can feel free to give yourself a bit of space so we can chat about the Lumi. My bad, people, for holding down my head. I was reading a note from Chief Samako expressing his thanks for what we're doing. As I said, Lumi Matters tonight is brought to you by Nyamin's Restaurant, and Nyamin's Restaurant is your fine Jamaican cuisine. Yes, if you're ever inside the area of Fort Wayne, we can provide it. And if you are a Maroon with your Maroon documents, we can also grant you some copyrights to open your Nyamins at your own establishment. Engineer, do we have Janet over there? Janet, yes. Let's see if we get Janet. Grand Rising, Janet, how are thou?
I'm good, Grand Rising. What's going on?
Seem like say you feed your face, international
No,
business woman.
No.
God.
I'm done long time.
God. No Camille Parish left over there.
No.
Anyway, talking about Camille Porridge, I spoke to Chief Samoko yesterday, and I encourage him to see that you get your Lumi. Tonight we're going to have a show because I have a few listeners out there, and they're concerned. I think one of our listeners was calling us. But Janet, anything you want to say to the massive before you start getting to tonight's program?
Yes. So happy International Women's Day to all the ladies out there in the world. You know, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Although every day is a Women's Day,
Yes.
but today is extra special, I must say. Anyways, once again, thank you, Ross Goddard, for allowing me to be on Freshradiovybz with the Lumi Matter show.
Yes.
And I feel blessed every time I come on this program. We're still promoting the Lumi, but today we'll discuss a little bit further now about Transact, because they both work hand in hand. So we need to talk about the Transact platform as well, and how to sign up for that, and the reason why we need to sign up with that. And also we'll touch a little bit on the reparation currency that is currently available for us as well. Yes, so that's what I have to share today with the massive.
Before you go any further, we're joined by Professor Strength. I think his professional approach towards life has earned him that degree. Professor Strength, welcome to the panel of Lumi Matters tonight. How are you doing, sir?
Well, go on, sir. What you say?
I'm highly appreciative of you taking time out tonight to come across to the Lumi table to discuss with us a few concerns that all of us may shared and we want to see get right. I am having in my hand right now, Professor, raw Lumi cash, and I feel proud for that. But I'll allow you to say a few words before we get into the thing now, Professor Strength. Janet, say hello to Professor Strength. Go to the professor, and Professor, say hello to Janet.
Grand Rising, Professor Strength.
All right. And then I think so. Janet, you said that you had a few pointers. Some bulldog. Professor, you're back with us.
Grand Rising. No, I just had the button off. So
yeah.
Just Grand Rising, Janet. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Yes.
Where are you in the world?
I'm in the tundra known as Canada.
Mighty God.
Oh, likewise. Which province?
Alberta. Minus 40.
Right. What?
On still have snow over there.
Yo. Minus 40. Oh my God.
Anyway, we can talk about the surge next time. Right now, we're here to discuss the Lumi. Professor, when I spoke to you a couple of minutes ago, you had some grave concern about the Lumi. Janet is here right now that can answer all of the questions. Ask her some questions, awesome. Professor.
Okay, so I just was wondering, how many Lumi is there? How many Lumi has been created?
As far as I know, or as I was told, it was about 6 trillion.
6 trillion?
Yeah, to be given out as a stimulus to everyone who joined. You know what? One of our colleagues is coming on, so maybe he can inform you better than I do.
We're joined. Hold on. We're joined by Mike Larry in traffic right now. Mike, can you pull over for a minute? We have some Lumi questions for you. Grand Rising, Mike.
Honors and respect. Good evening to everyone.
All right. Yeah, Janet, Mike, you were saying that could answer the question that Professor Strength put forward.
And Mike on the line, we have Professor Strength, and he wanted to know how many Lumis were created.
Oh, that's a great question. Professor Strength.
Yes, sir.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah, man, manners. I'm seeing you trying to do a comparison with our currency with the digital currency, cryptocurrencies.
No, the thing about
this is not.
Okay, go on.
This is not a cryptocurrency. This is issued by a central bank So to ask me the total value of Lumi that were printed, that would be a question you'd probably have to have with the central bank itself. If you were to ask me how much currency, how much digital coin was created for maybe any other cryptocurrency, I may be able to answer that question. But we're not the same. This is not a digital cryptocurrency. This is real money backed by gold.
Okay. So then it's not a cryptocurrency on the blockchain then.
It's not a cryptocurrency. It's a central issued currency.
Okay, so can I ask which central bank it's issued by?
Well, I'd love to tell you, but I want you to go do your research.
Oh, Jesus. Mighty God. Mike Larry, you're going to behave yourself on the program tonight, you know?
No. I'm saying, remember that we started out last week by saying we want to educate our people.
Yes.
We don't want to be telling them everything, so we want the professor to go search and look to see who issued our money. So, professor, with all due respect, I send you down the rabbit hole.
I accept that challenge. I accept that challenge.
Almighty God.
So I'm going to bring back Professor. I'm going to bring back Professor next week to tell us.
No. You have to come. Hold on, Professor. You have to wait till the whole next week to come back at school. That means you're done, man. You're done, smart. Hey, you're fully done.
No. Hear this. Hold on. The reason why I asked. The reason why I ask is that you said it's not a cryptocurrency, right?
Not a cryptocurrency.
Okay, so the cryptocurrency, it's not a cryptocurrency, so it's issued by a central bank. But
it's issued by a central bank.
Okay, so I'm doing my notes, right? And the thing about it is that is it on the blockchain though?
No, it's not on the blockchain. It's run.
Hold on, gentlemen.
So is it possible? Do you trust this central bank enough to know that they will not corrupt this cryptocurrency? Because when things are on the blockchain, it is very transparent.
You're speaking my language, and I can share with you. Janet initiated that we would speak about the conic section of the Swift platform.
Yes.
That section runs on the blockchain.
Okay. So it's on the blockchain.
We have a part of the actual just to interface with blockchain to allow us to also interface with that other side of the central system.
Okay. Because I know of certain cryptocurrency that is backed by resources. Right?
Yeah.
And
I'm familiar with some.
I wanted to know if this was backed by the blockchain and how many Lumi has been created, right? Because if the thing about it is
that's a crypto ecosystem concept.
Right. But I'm saying, like, you're saying that it's backed by a central bank. Now, have we as people throughout history known of a central bank being a honest banking system?
But hold that thought, my brothers, because let me throw a bit of water in the soup. Janet is still here with us, and she is fully concerned also. But it says here, what happened to the Lumi currency? It says that the Lumi currency was no longer used as the compound currency, and as you and I know, brothers and sisters, I, for one, have never seen a currency in that community of a compound that we're referring to. And it is now issued by the African Diaspora Central Bank System. Now, the African Diaspora Central Bank System now is made up of brothers and sisters who are actually outside of the jurisdiction of some of these corporations that would put a clutch on the resource, on the use of this money. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, but it's not African kingdom. It's not African diaspora, it's African kingdom.
No, it says African diaspora here, central bank.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that's actually the name of it, the African Diaspora Central Bank.
As we've seen up to last week, and we're not straying off from the topic of Lumi, but we see a lot of things. I've just sent something to Janet's desk with a certification of authenticity from Chief Samako. And I believe that, you know, in a time like this where people are being crowned left, right, and center, we have to have some form of order where the crown actually fit the king. And you've read that. Have you read that documents, Janet?
Not to its entirety, no.
But you recognize what it is implying, right?
Yeah, basically.
And this now would give credence to the overall seeing of the Lumi being introduced to the central, the African Diaspora Central Bank with this sort of certificate, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that is correct. Because we need the authenticity of it to get it out there.
So the chief is actually linked fully right now with the gold that is backed by this money.
Correct.
Doctor, Professor, you learned anything that I said a while ago?
Yes. Basically, whoever is behind this is basically has high ties with certain people who can basically create currencies. Because when it comes down to creating a currency, you have to have like a central banking system or a banking system, period, right? We know that majority of the world's banking system is backed by the central bank of either United States or Europe. But we also know that United States and Europe is one and the same. And they can basically devalue your currency any second. So I'm saying, is it possible for that central banking system, say we start getting Lumi, say we start using it, and what do you call it? Other countries start using it, right? Is it possible for them to say, oh, you are worth this and you are worth this? Or is it going to be flat? Is it going to be flat across the board that everybody has the same value?
No, but at this appropriate time, I think Mike will agree that it is 15 point something changed to one Lumi, right? On the scale. So it is being, yes.
And what
give it that worth on the market? That value. Mike, come in the classroom, Mike. Come in the classroom.
Don't forget it, and I'm also a student in the classroom.
Yes,
so as we go along, we all learn. But Professor, to answer the two questions that you just asked, which is a good question, because when I came in, it was one of the first things that got my attention. And this was almost 3 years ago. I was looking for a currency that was backed by gold. When I came across the Lumi, I realized it was backed not just by gold, but by grains of gold. And if you go on the internet and you check how much is the value for a grain of gold, it's usually range from about $256 to about $299 per grain.
Same.
And when I learned that Lumi is backed by 4 grains of gold, each dollar that you see Ras that it have in I'm on is backed by 4 grains of gold that will equal to about $1596. Now, and you asked about the devaluation of what we know the system would do to impose all of that restriction on your money and to put your money under that pressure. They would have to apply the same thing to gold. And I don't think they want to go down that road.
Okay, and one more thing. The printing of that currency, can it be counterfeit?
Well, that's an aspect we would probably have to get the chief to get into that mix to answer that question. I'll do the research on that and come back, with the answer for that. But we have moved to a digital
you know where I'm coming from, right? Reason being is that now you have a currency. Now you have a currency by grains of gold.
Let me finish. The notes that are printed are only the $1 notes. That's it. There's no other denomination. just $1 notes. And that was printed, I'm sure that was printed as a part of a campaign to get it off the ground. But we have moved to the digital format. And also, the currency has been adopted by the central bank, even though it started right here in Jamaica under the Accompong Bank. It was quickly adopted by the central bank for the African diaspora. Now, if you go research to see who is the African diaspora, it is the 6th region of all of us who are living outside of the continent. We're considered to be a part of the 6th region. The other 5 region is on the continent.
Okay.
Hold it right, Professor, while you're on the web, because I know how you stay, you always research while we're talking. Janet, is it possible for you to add any stir to this this insight of information that is being poured out?
Well, basically what I can say is that the AKL Lumi, it was printed in 2016 for the use within a compound. And it's a proponent of currency claim that since 2020, the Lumi has been adopted as the official currency by governmental bodies, including the self-proclaimed economic community of the states, nation, territories, and realms of the African diaspora. Right? So I just wanted to share that. But Professor Brent, in addition to that, there are many sites that you could go to for information as it relates to questions that you're asking. One of those is you can go to eco/6.com and you can get information on the Lumi currency there.
Is that ECO?
Yes, ECO-6.com.
Okay.
You can also go to the States of African Diaspora.com as well, which is the borderless government. Our government was created as a result of the 6 regions of Africa, and we are also outside. There were 5 regions, and then the 6th one, which is the diaspora, gives us that opportunity to, with this currency as well. So there are wealth of information. If you go to the Swifin platform as well, which is connect.swifin.com, you'll also get relevant information there as it relates to the Lumi. Go to the help counter or the help page and go to the drop down and go to documents, and there should be some information there as well on the Lumi. So there are
the only question I ask is, for one, it was created in a compound, yeah. Okay, and the thing is, it was for the people to basically start transacting amongst themselves. Now it's picked up by the central bank and adds grains of gold to it. Now the thing I'm trying to say is, a lot of our people are not economically sound to afford any of a lot of these cryptocurrencies that are around, or any of these currencies that basically circulate. So how is it are you going to have the Lumi be used by our people if majority of our people can't even afford grains of gold?
Well, the thing is, since it's
mighty God, hold a bit. Too much, somebody put a lot of soup water in a while ago. Now, the question that you said a while ago about insurance, because I think that is what you are coming off on wealth. As we've said to our people, and when you come on the platform, you have to bear in mind that we are talking about people who are of indigenous rights, not privileges. And as we've said to each and every one of our brothers, the worth in gold as to your birth is where the Lumi really consists of, because your birth paper is where your money is at, my brothers and sisters. When we say it's based,
so can we turn in our birth papers for Lumi?
But that's a part of the whole entanglement right now. You cannot get benefits when you're registered to the corporation. It's like putting the cart before the ass, my brother. It is foolish for you to be going around stating that we are exchanging Lumi for services that you don't get any benefits from. What are some of the benefits of the Lumi? It is a tax-free currency. That is one of the first incentive that you will latched into when it comes on to using the currency. With the fiat dollar, if you spend $10, you only get back $7 or $6 out of it. You and I know that, because when they don't tax you, it's a vast amount of things. With our natural trading of currency, those taxes are eliminated at least 50% for sure. Am I making sense, sir?
No, I just the thing about it is that I love technology, and I love the fact that we are moving forward and stuff. But the thing is that I think about those who don't have cell phone, man who can get Swift in and connect, man who's in the bush all day.
Hold on, my brother.
Okay.
Hold on.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Janet, before I go to commercial, I'll let you answer that, because I have to get a commercial. But Janet, please.
No, but before I even say the thing I'm trying to say is that there's those of us who are outside of Jamaica, right? And now we can take a little bit of currency and go and invest and put a little bit on the side and here and there. But when it really comes down to it, everybody's broke, yo. Everybody just too embarrassed. Everybody is too.
Can I add just a little bit before you go on the break?
Yeah, all right, go ahead. Because I want to put a Scotch bonnet pepper in the soup right there, so you know.
I'm not so sure how much information. Yes, man. I'm not so certain as to how much information the professor have, or in terms of how long he has been introduced to the Lumi. But the Lumi started out with a stimulus from day one. Each citizen who registered, each person who registered on this platform was given a stimulus, 6.26 Lumi every single month for 3 years. It ends this year. So, correct me if I'm wrong. All right.
October.
It ends this year, October. So you would have missed several months of that stimulus. Myself,
right. But hold on. But remember this: during that 3 years, or 2 years, there was distraction called what? What was the distraction for the whole world?
That did not affect.
And nobody know nothing about the Lumi.
Says who? Is that a question? I'm hoping that's a question.
Yeah,
No.
Professor.
The thing I'm trying to say is that check this out. Yeah. I'm very in tune when it comes to technology and all the new things coming out. I love technology, right? Reason being is that when you really look at the inventors list, we create all of this. Saying,
Professor.
Now, when it comes down to 3 years ago, you had 2 years of a pandemic, basically having everybody can't do nothing, can't go nowhere, right? But there was no I've been listening to so much things from Jamaica. I never hear once about Lumi until recently.
Hold on, people. Let me interject right there. Hold on, because Professor, you mean that you have not heard it on the Liam stream, but Freshradiovybz, I think at the 10th week, plus Janet is going for nearly 2.5 years. We will not hear about certain
and plus, almost 3 years.
Thank you very much. Plus, Chief Samarco has been a cornerstone when it comes on to this. But let me just say this, my brothers and sisters. The Lumi is the official currency for the economic community of the African diaspora, 6th region. It is issued It is issued by the African Diaspora Central Bank, the ADCB, and it is a member state financial institution. In the year 2021 of January, it was integrated by the African Finance Regulatory Authority, that is the AFRA, commission as a legal tender for Central Africa. Hold that thought, my panel. I'm coming right forward because I think Strength almost dropped the Scotch bonnet pepper in it, but I have it right here. Hold the thought, people.
Fresh Radio Vibes and NSMGTNT in association with the State of African Diaspora, SOAD, presents Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hosted by Janet Lovely, International Business Development Officer and a representative for the Lumi via Canada. Learn how the Lumi matters in business, barter exchange, travel investment, saving accountability. Listen to the insiders about Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Only on Fresh Radio Vibes. Listen now and stay connected. Lumi Matters. Lumi Matters. CNG International Markets.
Yeah!
For all your Caribbean and African supplies. They cater to St. Vincent, Trinidad, and all over. CNG International Markets, located at 1820 West DuPont Road, Fort Wayne, Indiana. They have in stock salt mackerel, pigtail, yellow yam.
Yeah!
Green bananas, yellowtail snappers, butterfish, Grace Brand, Maggie, Vitamalt, and D&G soft drinks. CNG International Markets, located at 1820 West DuPont Road, Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah!
260-489-8220 or 434-227-9780. And come and get your curry goat, oxtail, jerk chicken, Jamaican patty, bun and cheese, syrup, and all your favorites. Yes, it's all about the African and Jamaican store, CNG International. Check us out today.
Yeah!
Come to CNG International Markets.
Yeah!
For all your Caribbean and African supplies. They cater to St. Vincent, Trinidad, and all over. CNG International Markets, located at 1820 West DuPont Road, Fort Wayne, Indiana. They have in stock salt mackerel, pigtail, yellow yam.
Yeah!
Green bananas, yellowtail snappers, butterfish, Grace Brand, Maggie, Vitamalt.
Niamin's Restaurant and Catering Services. Niamin's Fresh Jamaican Food. Monday, curry chicken, stewed chicken. Tuesday, stewed chicken, curry shrimp. Wednesday, stewed chicken, stewed peas. Niamin's Restaurant and Catering Services. Niamin's Fresh Jamaican Food. Thursday, curry chicken, stewed chicken, roti wrap, oxtail and beans. Friday, curry chicken, stewed chicken, fish festivals, Jamaican jerk chicken. Sides, rice, peas, cabbage, plantains, banana fritters, banana bread, festivals, Jamaican bread. Niamin's Restaurant and Catering Services. Niamin's Fresh Jamaican Food. Drinks, lemonade, smoothies, desserts, slices of cake include strawberry and vanilla. Please note any meals that is not on our daily menu must be pre-ordered 24 hours in advance. Niamin's Restaurant and Catering Services. Niamin's Fresh Jamaican Food. We also cater for weddings, birthdays, and special occasions. Call or text 260-209-8730 or 404-901-7060. That's 404-901-7060. Niamin's Restaurant and Catering Services. Niamin's Fresh Jamaican Food. Fort Wayne area free delivery. Surrounding areas delivery free. Orders after 6 p.m. Family bundles $40 minimum. Niamin's Restaurant and Catering Services. Niamin's Fresh Jamaican Food. Keep it locked to Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Always Caribbean strong.
Yes. Thank you for joining us forward on the show. We're having a heated butter soup reason right just so now. Cameraman, get the thing line. Anyway, we still have the professor here with us, and we still have the hard-working Mike Larry. Yes, who is very much confident with the progress of the Lumi, not to mention spearheading all of this reasoning is none other than Janet Lumley, business developer. Let me see if I get inside. Grand Rising.
Right? From Jamaica. And issued to the public by the Central Solar Reserve Bank of a company.
Just a minute.
Of the sovereign Maroon state of a compound with its physical bank note.
Can I interject here? We're live.
Printed in Canada.
Mighty God. Professor. I was outside of the classroom a while ago. A lot of us went to use the bathroom, and we came back with you gone almost in the middle of the book, Professor. Where are you, Professor, so we can play catch up?
He asked me, he said, look up Lumi currency, right? Because I told him, I said I could not find the Lumi when I went to go look for it, right? Because I would like to obtain Lumi. I would like to support Lumi. I support anything that my people want to do. You know what I mean? And like fully. Yes. Trust me, because I tell you, another 100 years, another 400 years can't go on. So.
But one of the first things we have to learn to appreciate is not to treat this like we treat all the fiat money in the fiat world, trade and do all of those counterfeit ways of operating. When you're using real money, it's a zero starting all over again.
Yeah, I understand that, right? Yeah, because I've studied money, and money started in 1933 with the Executive Order 6102 when they stole the gold from the people by force.
Oh my God!
And then they created House Joint Resolution 192, Public Record 73-10, that allowed the people to discharge their debts, but did not tell them anything.
Can I interject here? Because here is where some of the paychecks that we have on this panel is not as big. The pay grade is much bigger. And you're touching into some very crucial points, because when we say our money is backed by gold, for eons now we have been spending this fiat money that is not backed by nothing. From 1930, hold on, from 1933, when the federal government did their hijacking of your birth paper, because 1492 legitimized you as a stock and bonds. This Lumi money now is what we are accessing into. We have already awakened our brothers and sisters to go and get your status changed. Now, when you change your status from a subject of the corporation, you are entitled to your rights. Now, the Lumi, it has that value on it where the central bank, as it says here, recognize it and give it a categorical rating of almost $16 to 1. Can that be disputed? No, because it is printed here.
Okay, so basically, it would in order for me to obtain a Lumi, I have to have $16 American, correct?
If you, as a subject of the American corporation, is going to access, as I said, the money is not based upon per se jurisdiction. It is based upon your status.
Okay, so I understand now.
Okay, so, and if I must add to that, to obtain a Lumi, all you have to do is register. And on the 28th of every month, it's free up until October 28th of this year. And on the 28th of every month, 6.26 Lumi will be deposited into your account. When you calculate 6.26 times $15.96, you're looking at about it's 99.999. So you're looking at about 100 US, and that goes into your account every 28th of each month until it ends in October of this year.
Grand Rising. Hold on, people. We're joined by a financier, my brethren Willie. I think he's a financial guru. when it comes on to finance, and I didn't tell him I was going to invite him over here so we could chat about the Lumi. Willie, you're here with Mike Larry for out of Kingston, Jamrock. And we have, of course, your true friend Janet Lumley and Professor Strength on the line. We're talking about Lumi. But I cut off, say hello to the panel, and then Janet can finish what she was saying, or was it Mike?
Boy, I feel unworthy to be among these big guns and big scholars as a little fighters, you know? But the big guns, you know? Greetings! Greetings.
Yeah, greetings. Yes.
Greetings. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Janet, you were just explaining some things, but Willie, you're joined here when Janet was mute your mic if you're not speaking. Janet was explaining to us, Willie, that you get access to the Lumi on a regular monthly basis. One of my concern that one of the concern that shared not by only you but others is how do you use this Lumi? Does that concern still in your mind, or you've got a solution for that? Janet has answered that already, and you're satisfied with it.
No, I still yeah, that's an excellent question that you're just posed. Yeah, I would love to know. And you know what? Come to think of it, everything I can say that, and I stand corrected. But it sounds as if the Lumi is basically in its embryonic stages, still trying to find its way home, so to speak. So the question is, how is is it gaining traction among our people? Because I think it's a brilliant idea, and everybody has this consciousness these days to know that we need to urgently have an alternative as a people. You know, so would love that this thing succeed. So yeah, how is it going, Janet?
It's most definitely gaining traction. Just recently in Africa, a supermarket is now using it there. Plus, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, they had a community, going back to Professor Strength, where he was asking about how people can literally access. So what they did, they held a meeting, and it had to be held twice that day because of the amount of response. So people came and they were able to sign up there. Not only that, to what they're doing. Say, for example, I forgot which country in Africa, but say, for example, your wages is not up to standard. What they do, they made agreement that the Lumi would subsidize. So they have that now where wages are also a part of what's going on. I'm not sure. The last I know, there was about 100 and something countries that the Lumi is a part of. I'm not sure where it's gone now, but the last I know, it was
160 now.
How much?
It's about 160 now and going.
Okay, so it was 140 before, so 20 more countries.
Yep.
Now joined. So yes, it's definitely gaining traction.
Now let me give you some live update what's going on right here in our country, Jamaica. Now the stimulus that was issued to us from day one is a part of the rollout when the entire government in the world was giving stimulus throughout the entire COVID time. We too appreciated a stimulus rollout for our people, our sovereign people. And as Janet explained, 6.26 Lumi, the equivalent to almost $100. Now the question asked, would I exchange $100 for my Lumi? No. Straight. It's not backed by gold. How can I exchange it? We have to go back as a people to understand what value is. The colonial system that we have today, them completely stripped with value. So we don't even understand what true money is. So that when Gadites have a Lumi in their hand, the only way somebody can actually get that Lumi from him is to exchange it for land. are valued tangible assets. No fiat currency out there on the planet can be exchanged for your Lumi. And we're going to have to start the drive to educate people to understand what it meant or what it means as a people where we are coming from.
Mike Larry, hold that thought, because as I said, Mike Larry said something that's very crucial, and I think Willie can attach to that alongside Professor Sprent, that the Lumi is actually like a shareholder, you know. This is actually a part of, in other words, one of your Lumi, I just said, is worth how many bars of gold again, Mark? Mike?
4 grains of gold.
Now, is there a currency out there that have 4 grains of gold, Professor Strength and Willie?
No.
No,
exactly.
Willie, US.
It is some cryptocurrencies that say that they're backed by gold, but nobody knows it yet.
Yeah, that's an underlying lie. It's not. It's just a shit.
So this is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Anybody ever look at what's happening in, I think it's Venezuela?
Yes.
How they basically got off the IMF and went on blockchain.
Yes.
There's no crime. There's no crime there right now,
guys. When Bitcoin came out on this planet, why was the government system afraid of it? Still till today, why are they afraid of the
because that's the people's coin, that's the people's currency, and gold is God's currency.
Thank you. Now, what is to stop us as a people to choose to use the Lumi as our trade?
No, nothing should stop us. So I'm just saying, like, it should be adopted. It should be adopted across Jamaica, allowing Jamaicans to basically, like, it should be in every single. We should be using it like now.
For that to happen, we'll have to understand what is happening by the colonial structure that is right around the world. Evolve to challenge that currency or those particular currency. Individuals are taking note. The whole program collapse. People get stabbed in them back. This concept that we're using is to plant as if we're planting guango tree. How much only can come back to Jamaica and hear people talk about when them plant cedar trees. When you plant a cedar tree, not even your neighbor know about it until it's late. It's already grown to fruition. It's the same concept we're using with the Lumi. Word of mouth. We're not going on a high-scale advertisement with it on the radios. We're not interested. Why? Because we'll be using their medium to do this. Nothing beats word of mouth, and that is why I'm happy the professor is here with us today. But he too will explain the rest to his family and his friends.
And I must say, to add into what Mike is saying, if you look at Amway that's been around for the longest while and it doesn't advertise.
It uses a strategy called network marketing.
Exactly.
And if you don't want I
say something. Can I say something?
So right.
Let me tell you how the media work going on. There's a big psychology to the media. You know? You see, when people hear it word of mouth, some people, okay. So when them see it on TV, blood fire, true thing. So that is why most of the successful businesses,
if you give the media that potential to build you up, they themselves will take you down. Marcus Garvey teach about propaganda. You talk to some students here. The methods we choose to use is an ancient method.
Well, I've been listening to what everyone concerned and question is, and tonight this is what we're talking about. But of course, the Lumi is also a solution, people. It is a solution. It is a rapid solution to a lot of our economical problem, our infrastructural problem, our social interaction. I was talking to someone about some of these investments that is possible through Lumi, and I myself is just totally optimistic about it. We have to also understand that. Please mute your phone, Willie and Larry. We also have to understand that we have this opportunity to be considerate, but this is our thing. And as I said, it is backed by some reputable brothers, and I am trusting that they themselves know what this means to the massive, because this money is for the massive. It's not an individual thing. But Willie, any more concern? And Professor plus Mike, you can open your microphone, your lines now.
Just one question.
brother.
I just have one question. Who is the printing company in Canada?
I'm sure it's not Thomas Delarue.
And I'm certain with that information in the back of my head, I would not be sharing that.
No.
You just don't get that kind of information out there.
Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with that answer?
I'm just hoping that they are a secure company that basically isn't going to go printing extra Lumi for themselves.
No, and just to let you know that after tonight, these Lumi will be going into the vault. I will be securing it so it will not be duplicated, because I can tell you all the envy that is coming. Willie, have you seen my Lumi? Yes, Lumi matters. Yes. What is that, Willie?
You didn't send it to me at all, to my desk at all.
I love the fact, and it's about time that our people like getting together and starting economic structure. Reason being is that it's been 100 years. Okay, 1920, hold on, 1920, 125 countries came together to create the UNIA. Universal Negro Improvement Association. 125 countries. You can go around the world and see red, black, and green around the world. Even Afghanistan, red, black, and green. Okay? And the thing is about time, 100 years later, that we're actually coming together to do something. Now, to make sure that it's secure and they can't mess with it and can't ramp with it, everybody has to know about it. And I will make sure that I'm going to tell all the people in my community to basically join. See?
Get on board, get your wallet, get registered. It's still free to register. We here in Jamaica, the Jamaica Luminaires, tell them to reach out. My number is 876-877-6604. Mike Larry, everyone knows me as Mike Larry. My first name is Mike.
Can you say that number again, please?
876-877-6604. I'm not speaking just to myself. I'm a part of an organization, the Jamaica Luminaire Secretariat. And we have a large, and when I say large, a massive organization rolling out for the 3 years we've been here. This isn't new to us. We've been using the money, we've been trading with it. We're able to buy grown food, we're able to buy fertilizer. We are already trading. So the question to you guys is, welcome on board, get your wallet, let's play catch up.
876-877-6604. Mike Larry. Yes, respect.
And Professor Strength, if I must say, I am also one of the representatives for registration. Right. In Canada here, I can be reached on WhatsApp 647-760-9294.
And you need to make it clear that people are not buying the Lumi, people are being given the Lumi. Is that so still, or you have to buy it?
No.
Let me, Janet, if you'll allow me, please, thanks. Let me clear that up quickly. I'm a graphics designer also, one of my many gifts and trades. I'm also accepting Lumi for payment for every single thing I design. Graphics.
Excellent.
That's how I'm earning. Most of us don't have the understanding to understand that we're pioneers in the concept of building a platform that we're handling money, real money. So all those persons out there who have these ingenious ideas to create skill set, mindset, can use Lumi as a method of payment.
Excellent.
So basically,
it's clear it needs to begin with people not just say they're signing up, but people say they are accepting it. You know, one of the things I wanted to mention earlier, but I couldn't get to the word, is that Nigeria is being forced to accept the digital currency, and there's big barriers going on there. So Nigeria needs to be penetrated with this thing, because I think they desperately need an alternative right now.
We're already in Nigeria. Already in Nigeria.
Just to bring it forth, people, we have gone over the hour, but I must say that tonight, Braf was one with a lot of spice in it. I don't think the professor has asked half of the concern that he came with tonight, but we knocked down a couple of them with some great response. And as we say, it's a work in progress. It is something that we are putting the blocks together as we go along. The mere concept of having our own money, it is a win-win for us, you know. But at this a crucial time, Mike has given out his credentials, and you know, of course, Trent has accepted that. Janet, any word you want to say? Anyone else want to say anything can say that. I'll start with of course, Janet. You want to say anything before you go?
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm just pushing for persons to continue to sign up. It's going eco6.com or connect.swiften.com. You can go there to register. If anyone having any difficulties, please, I can be contacted on WhatsApp 647-760-9294.
Janet.
Yes, really.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to say, because one of the reasons I myself have made a few attempts to get on board, but the website just keep on grabbing my info, and I don't know what happened after that. So has this glitch been sorted out? Because, you know, it's very discouraging when you want to sign up, and then when you go on the website, it's a different story. Has that everything sorted out?
It has, but if you have concern, what I've been doing, I've been directly sending messages to them through the Swiften platform, and I've been getting results. So if you have any concern what it is, just let me know, and I can reach out to them. If you have your Lumi number, that's one of the things that they ask for, your name, what you use to sign up, and you get a response like within 24 hours.
Okay.
Question. Has anybody ever thought of like a affiliate marketing style?
No.
Where... Hello?
Yeah. I'm having a mute your mic, please, if you're listening to the program. You were saying about what sort of word did you use a while ago, Professor?
It's kind of like affiliate marketing. Basically, you go to the site. If you go to the website, you can join and basically have the ability to like send out the information to others so that they can actually join.
Yeah, that there's some information there that can take place. You just need to visit the site and just browse around. Everything is on there.
Because I have the site up, and who was it? Mike told me to go do my research. So when I go to do my research, I love to do the.
I'm happy you did, Professor.
Go ahead.
When you go to the site, go under. Sorry, when you go to the site, Professor, just go to and scroll down to ticket. Sorry, to docs.
The docs?
Yeah, for documents.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you have
so
a
is that what about the a compound website?
What about the Accompong 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 website? What about the Accompong website? What about the Accompong website? What about the Accompong website?
I'm not sure about
Maroon, the Maroon,
Hold on.
the Maroon website.
All right.
Would it be on the Maroon website as well?
Professor, as I said before, we have reached the climax of tonight's cooking school room, and we're gonna have you back over here for another cup of this hot Lumi soup matters that we're doing. It's very good to see that the competition, you have gone ahead and has accessed the website, read a bit about it, and I will say this to you, DJ, could you stop the music for me? As much as we are critical of what it can and cannot do, we still want to hear the solution. So, Professor, alongside Willie, alongside Mike, Larry, and of course the beautiful Janet Lumley, we have more homework assignment for next week. We'll have to leave it here. And I thank you so much for the sacrifice of your time that you have given us on tonight's presentation.
Yeah, man, bless up.
Yes, sir.
Respect.
You can't go and talk while I close up. Yes, that is none other than the man himself, Professor Strength. Thank you so much for coming across alongside Mike Larry, always willing to answer any question that you may throw at him, alongside the hardworking man of arms, Professor Master of Arms Willie came on tonight, and the beautiful Janet Lumley. This is where we're going to say, yo, until next time, next week, remember, Lumi matters. Lumi matters. Lumi matters.
Study to show yourself approved. You know what I mean? You want the truth? Make sure you can handle the truth. Shoot about the money. Tell you the truth about the money, yeah. You want to shoot for the money? Only if you know the truth, man. Okay. Shit. In the 1940s, money and gold were a couple. Everything did I work well until America start hustling. The other countries start shuffling, demanding back them gold on the double. Now in a 1971, President Nixon made the money and the gold decouple. Now them money no back to buy nothing, when it used to be back to buy gold. But they keep lying to the people. Now finally the truth has been told. Them make a fiat currencies, no transparency. No Lumi we spending, backed by renewable energy. Lumi, tell you about the Lumi. It's not a fiat, nor a cryptocurrency. It's underwritten by 100 kilowatt hours of solar energy. Shit, convertible to 4 grains of gold. Wait, 0.2592 grams. No, a 15.96 US equal to 1. So the money no back to buy nothing, but it used to be back to buy gold. But they keep lying to the people. No, finally the truth has been told. Them little fiat currencies, no transparency. No Lumi we spending, back by renewable energy. I was chosen to shine the light bright and the chosen ones. Yeah, I ain't from the west, from the south, and from the east, man. Africa and not Rome. We don't need no US, we don't need the pound. The Lumi dollars put diamonds on the crown. I don't give a damn who on the throne, cause I'm not small, I'm fully grown. Hey, the money no back to buy nothing, when it used to be back to buy gold. But they keep lying to the people. Now finally the truth has been told.
Fresh Radio Vibes and NSMGTNT in association with the State of African Diaspora, SWORD, presents Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hosted by Janet Lumley, International Business Development Officer and a representative for the Lumi via Canada. Learn how the Lumi matters in business, barter exchange, travel investment, saving accountability. Listen to the insiders about Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Only on Fresh Radio Vibes. Listen now and stay connected. Lumi Matters. Lumi Matters.